Welcome to the Pirate Broadcast, where we interview interesting people doing interesting things, where you can expand your connections, your community. Kindness is cool and smiles are free. And let's get this party started. Excellent day to have a podcast. And we are here in the Pirate Broadcast, and we are live. And from Sarasota, Florida, we have Tricia in the house. And how are you doing, Tricia? Sounds like we have some technical issues. But Tricia, good morning. How are you doing? Can you hear me? Say something, Tricia. Tricia? Can you hear me? Tricia's, we're working through, Tricia has a little bit of technical issues with the connection here. So Nina Perez, good morning. How are you doing? What's going on today? Looking forward to it. I love the fact that you're here today. And guess who's in the room today? Liz is in the room. Thank you so much, Liz, for being here.
I am doing fabulously well, Russ.
Well, tell people who you are and why you're here today.
How are you doing?
Very well. Thank you for asking. It sounds like we have a connection issue, so I want to make sure that we're here.
You not hear me?
It's you have a lag. Tricia.
Can you hear me?
People, I can hear you. Yes. It's just delayed.
Hi.
So tell people who you are.
Yes.
So Tricia.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? So tell people who you are. Tricia's from the Gray Divorce Revolution.
What if I take you off?
Take me off. Tricia, I'm going to disconnect you, and then I want you to come back on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine, but you can't hear me.
I can hear you. It's just delayed. Tricia, would you do me a favor? I'm going to remove you, and then I want you to come back in, okay?
There you are.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Can I remove you?
Perfect.
Is that better? Is that better?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Private chat.
Good morning. My name is Tricia Scimone. So good morning, Russ.
Good morning. How are you?
Yes. Okay. I can hear you. It's just delayed.
Yeah. I'm going to remove you, and then I want you to come back in. Okay? Tricia's having a little bit of problems, so I want to have her come back in, and we're going to do some troubleshooting here. And the reason I wanted to start is because if we don't start on time, we're going to get. I'm going to kick her out here. I just want to kick her out and then have her join back in. So we'll want to do that. But she is starting. She wrote a book. She's writing a book. She's actually got a lot of things going on with about gray divorcee. She's a podcaster and an instructor and speaker. And at 64, she changed her life and got divorced. And not a lot of people do that. So I wanted to make sure that I actually connect with her and communicate in a way that we're doing something positive to get the word out. I'm going to send her a text message. And we're doing real life troubleshooting here. 747 747 And so this is life of a podcaster. This is the life of a live streamer. So we have the opportunity to actually join people, connect with people, and she was having some problems. We worked through a few problems, but the delay with the internet connection is really causing a lot of problems. So I just wanted to, sometimes when you drop people off and you bring them back in, they can actually improve their connection, because sometimes it's just a little bit of glitch on the computer, and it looks like my connection is actually lagging as well. So I don't know. Do you see any lag on your side? Are you seeing any lag on my connection? Am I lagging? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Jeff Young. Hey, Jeff, am I lagging on my side? Let me see if I can get a hold of her and jump back in. So I want to make sure that she is jump back on. And we're having fun on a Thursday, on a Friday eve. We're having a great time on the show. And she may not have her phone, so I may want to call her. So we'll see what happens. Give her a few minutes to get jumping in, and see what happens with that. Yeah, it is on her end, Nina. And that happens. Wireless networking service, it's all varies throughout the country. And the fact that we can even do this is amazing to me. And the reality is that there are some connections that they seem good at one time and we thought we had it worked out. And then as soon as we go live, it all falls apart. But that's okay, because we're here, we're helping out, we're moving forward, we're doing what we need to do in order to accomplish our goal. which is to share a little bit of kindness with the world and make sure that people can share their message, their mission, and what they're doing. And what Tricia's doing with Great Divorcees is getting the word out about, life is too short. Even if you're a senior, you can actually have things in your life that change. You can have disruptions, and there's a lot of disruption in life right now. So I'm hoping that she comes back in. Darren, good morning. I love that you're here. Let's connect, buddy. I want to catch up with you. There's a lot of things going on. Jeff says, yeah, I know your video is just fine. Thanks for dropping in too, by the way. It is amazing. We're showing people how to do it also. Liz, if you could give Tricia a call. I sent her a couple of text messages. However, what I wanted to do is drop her out of the stream and see if she can come back in and get a better connection going. And so she can just reuse the link. She can come back in. Everything should be there. I sent her a text message though, and I haven't seen her. So maybe you could give her a call and see if she can answer that and just walk her through that. If you could, Liz, I'd really appreciate it because I want to share her message. Some of the things that Tricia's doing is, walking through her story. And we all have a story. We all have a message. And there are times that, it's nice to be able to share that with others. We're living in this world that is amazing in terms of what we can actually do and who we can help. And so, Tricia, I hope we can get her back on. And in the meantime, thank you, Liz. Appreciate it. Yes, Darren, let's do it. It's always great to catch up with you. And what else is going on in your world? So, Nina, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I love what you're doing with Winject. I actually have a show today at noon, my time, on winject.com, or at least on the other things. Here she's back. She's back. We got her back. Are you there? Okay, we can't hear you. Can you hear me, Liz or Tricia? Okay, you're syncing good, but I don't hear you. So go down and change your cam and your mic and make sure that you're on the right mic on your audio. Down to the bottom, there's a cam and mic button, a gear in the center, in the bottom. Go to audio and make sure that the mic is selected that you're working to talk to. And then we should be able to hear you. I hear the test. I still can't hear you, though. Is there another choice?
Testing your speakers on StreamYard. It sounds like they're working.
Okay, I hear your speakers.
Testing your speakers on StreamYard. It sounds like they're working. Have a great show.
Those are your speakers. Now check your microphone.
And Presley and StreamYard support. Have a great show.
I can't hear that. We're working on this. Jeff Young, I love you, man. That's exactly what you do, Russ. The pirate broadcast highlights people who are and the value they bring. Namaste. Love that. We have a face. Yes, we do. Angie, good morning. I love this. We got some people in the room. We're trying to get Tricia on here and get her showing up again, because let's see. There's something going on, because the display names are not showing up now either. Let's see. What do we got? We got the bubble. Can you hear me at all, Tricia? Can you hear me? All right. I'm not sure what's going on. Can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear you talk. If you can hear me. You have no microphone. So we're working through this. And this is the is it the headphones still plugged in? Liz asked if this headphones still plugged in. No, she if you go through, Liz, if you go through and you check the audio and you select the mic, if you're working through a microphone, do the drop down on your audio, select the gear, and then select audio, and on your mic there should be a green bar when you talk. And if you do the drop down, you should be able to see what interface you're selecting, if that makes sense. And then check and see if your mic is actually on. Is your mic on? Do you have a switch for your mic? This is how the sausage is made, folks. This is how we roll. I actually and she's saying yes. Okay, you can hear me. No, I can't hear you. No audio. Can you just use your computer speakers? Just select your computer speakers. Go to the gear, audio, select computer speakers or computer microphone. Because you're in sync right now. It looks like. I just can't hear you. Can everybody hear me? I'm okay, right? I think we still have it going on. Okay. Nope, nothing. I wish I could reach over and help you. Yeah, if you could go through the cam and the mic. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. You just need to change your mic settings, okay? Try it. Live radio, live streaming, podcasting, anything live has an opportunity to actually go through this process. So this is the joy of going live. This is why I love it. It's like, okay, Let's see what we can break now. There's nothing wrong with it. We're all here. We're all having a great time. Marcia Reese, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Darren says, we hear you perfect. Okay. I love it. Maybe the winds blew the connection away. That's true, Marcia. I need to call you. I mean, you've been on my mind, Marcia. I want to catch up with you, see how you're doing. Audio's fine. She needs to change her mic settings. Yes. Darren says, you're doing great, brother. It's fun and funny. This is the whole thing that amazes me, because it wasn't too long ago that this wasn't even possible. So when we think about where we came from, because to do a live broadcast for a newscaster or any kind of radio station, it used to take a team of people, engineers, network connections. And there was, I won't say a number of years ago, the way that it had to take place is we're going to get her again.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Wow. Yay. Okay. All right.
I'm going to remove your other. I want to see this. Try it now. Can you say something?
I can hear you perfectly now. Can you hear me perfectly?
I can hear you perfectly.
Wow. Yay. We did this. I'll just shut
All right. A round of applause for Tricia. She's got it done. So we went from no audio, or first we were lagging terribly, Tricia. And that's why I dropped you out, because sometimes if you reset the connection, it'll catch up with itself. But
yes,
but we're here, we're working, and I love that you went through it and you didn't jump off and bail and say, oh no, I'm not going to do this anymore. So
well, I jumped from one computer to another, hoping that I'd be able to make this work for us. But I'm glad that we actually put this together.
Well, the odd thing about this, Tricia, is there's a couple of things that are odd about it. And one is that if you look at the brand, I'm going to turn this back on. The names are not, your name is not showing up. Remember we had our names up before?
Yes.
And so I don't think it's entirely, I don't think it's us as much as it might be. Might be some other technical issues going on.
Oh, here we go. Look, it's come up.
Yeah. But tell people, I want to, now that you can be heard, you can be seen,
yes,
and we can have a conversation. Tell people who you are and what you're up to, because I love what you're doing, and I wanted to dive into this conversation and introduce you to the pirate community.
Fabulous. Well, my name is Tricia Scimone, and I wrote a book earlier this year called The Gray Divorce Revolution. And I wrote the book for many reasons. 1 in 4 people that are in the process of divorcing today are over the age of 50, and therefore are considered grays. AARP coined the term gray because anyone over the age of 50 that are in the process of divorcing or separating, they have now become grays. And so of those 1 in 4 people, over half of them have been married for 20 years or better. And
Wow.
66% of the women are initiating the divorces. And so I felt the numbers were pretty staggering. And a few years ago, I joined the many men and women, and I am a gray divorcee myself. And I started going to these divorce meetings, and It profoundly changed my life to a point that I decided that I was going to write the book because I felt many of those weekly meetings, Ross. One of the things I felt were very, very wounded. That divorce truly breaks people.
Mm-hmm.
And some people say, and I will tell you of a situation that happened while I was writing the book. There was a gentleman who he said, made it in this world, made of Teflon. Divorce wasn't very meaningful to me. And I had asked him if he would be interested in participating in the book, because the first part of the book is 6 stories, and I call them love stories. And many people would call them hate because they went through a very messy divorce. But I look at things very differently, and I feel that you can have a love story with an ending. It doesn't necessarily have to be very best ending, but it still can be a love story. But at any rate, I'm getting back to this gentleman. He and I decided that we were going to sit down, and he would not write his story, but he would allow me to write the story for him, with him giving me some information. So I sat there, I took all the information down, and I made an appointment with to be able to see what it was that I was writing. And I started reading his life to him. He's sitting there, tears are rolling down his eyes. And he said to me, Tricia, I can't do this. He said, I thought I can do this, but I can't. Now, he had already been divorced better than 10 years. But I did see that he definitely wounded. And I will tell you why. Since his divorce, he had never been in a healthy relationship. And he a view of women that was not very complimentary. And so he sat there, and we believe that you need some therapy, because I don't feel that you went through feelings, you stuffed your feelings. And when you stuff your feelings, unfortunately, at one point, it's going to erupt. And that was the beginning of him erupting.
Even after 10 years of being divorced.
I know that there are many people just like this person who are hurting. They can't move forward. They don't know how to move forward. And the book is a way in which to get people from their broken to be able to understand that they have options and that they can have a very beautiful life if they choose to. You know, we make lots of choices in our life every single day of the week. And sadly, most of us go through life very, very unconsciously. And the book is meant to wake people. It's meant to help people, but at the same time, the fact that, you know, life is going by every single day. And I also heard lots of regrets in the group. I heard so many people not being able to move in a forward direction. Even after 10 years of being divorced, it's amazing, Russ, that because you stuff it and you don't go through it, and of course, going through it, it hurts. It does. It hurts an awful lot. And you have to yourself. You have to take an honest look at who you are, at what you want, at, you know, how you were part of the demise of your relation. You know, when I was thinking about going through my divorce, I had to sit down and I said to myself, how did I what did I do in my relationship that was part of the demise of the relationship? I wanted to take responsibility. I wanted to make sure that relationship, that I would have a healthy relationship and I would understand how I participated in my relationship. But not many people do that. They want to blame someone else. They want to blame their spouse. They want to blame their kids. They want to blame their mother. They want to blame everything but themselves. They don't want to look at themselves because it's hard. This is very, very challenging. You really need to you are. And so the book hopefully gives you that ability to be able to look at who you are, just who you be moving forward.
Yeah. Darren.
And decide if you want to be with someone or if you want to live your life at least for a period of time, getting a better understanding of who you are. It shows you that you need to learn to love yourself, because in order for you to be able to share loving someone, you need to have it yourself. Give an apple if I don't have an apple to give you. It's the very same thing with, I can't give you unless I have it to give. I can't give you a healthy, beautiful, loving, unconditional love unless I understand it and have it to give you. So the book goes into quite details. Is in 3 parts. The first part of it is 6 stories, 6 true stories of loves, lies, and messes. My book, my story starts off the book. The of the book is basically some information on how to start moving in that forward direction. And then the third section of the book to do moving forward. Dating and dating sites, first date ideas. Chapter 15 talks about all of the fabulous New York and the United senior singles that are active websites and who are in the community. So, and it's very different than any other book that's out there also, Russ. A lot of the books that are out there on divorce, they're very specific. They talk about either the laws of divorce or children of divorce, or it's very departmental. Oh God, it's specific.
Yeah.
This book is much more well-rounded. Definitely has a lot to give to everyone. And it's both for men and women, even though many of the women, and they even read the book. One man even said that he thought he knew what love, he had no idea what love was. Because, you know, women, we talk the same. We just mean different things. Even though we talk about the same subject and the same way, we look at it differently because men were brought up differently than women. Period.
Yeah. There is a difference.
So the book has an awful lot of interest to it. And at the end of the class that it's the 7 steps to healing the pain of a broken heart. And we go from looking at your hurts to starting life all over again, possibly with a new partner, but in a much better fashion.
And are you going to continue to go speaking, Tricia, and sharing this message out? And do you have any other engagements that people can reach out to you and support you?
Are you able to hear everything
Yes.
I'm saying, Russ?
Yeah, I can hear you. It just seems like our connection is still a little bit wonky. So I just wanted to make sure
I guess we're back to lag time.
Yeah, we're back to lag time. But hey,
my site is www.greydivorcerevolution.com. Regarding my 7-step class, it's Scimone@gmail.com.
Fantastic. Well, Trish, I know we have technical issues, and I'd love to have you come back on, and we can work through those in advance and see if we can't get a better connection.
Are you back with me? Or
Yeah.
we're still lagging?
We're still lagging. but it's only when I talk and we try to communicate back and forth. So I just want to make sure that you have an opportunity to share your voice, your message in your book, and some of the things that are, it sounds like a fascinating book that a lot of us need to read. A lot of us need to understand, because this healing process has
Also,
to take place.
just going to keep going, Russ, because I'm not hearing. So in the book, we speak about many different types of relationships. One of the relationships is a rebound relationships. Many of the people manage to get accustomed to being in a 20, 30-year relationship, and they don't like being out of it. So the moment that they're separated or divorced, and many of the times separated as well, they'll try going into another relationship. And that's what's called a rebound relationship. And those typically are very challenging because you're not healthy when you're taking that next step. And sadly, many of the times they do not end up working just because of the fact that you are in, and yet you're going to one. And I find that I am on a number of dating sites, and I have found that there are many men that are on these websites, but they believe that they're ready for another relationship there.
Mm. So how do we heal?
Another type of relationship is a twin flame relationship and a soulmate relationship.
Let's Tricia, we need to wrap it up. But I want to have you back without the technical issues. So let's work online. Let's work together offline to get your connection improved and get you back on the show, because I really think this is an important topic that needs to be discussed, and it needs to be shared with the actual community. And I just want to make sure that everybody understands that Tricia is available. You can connect with her at greatdivorcerevolution.com, and make sure that you're connecting. If this is something that you've gone through, or you know friends that have gone through this, there's a lot of challenges we have, and some of the things that people are going through right now in today's environment. There's so many things that can distract us and frustrate us and create a lot of chaos. And I just want to make sure that people have the resources to learn more about what's going through their lives, what's happening during their divorce, if that's what they're going through, healing from a divorce, even if it's been years. There's still a lot of people that haven't completely healed, and they're still holding on to some of the things that took place back then. And we all have stuff that we have to work through. And this mental challenge, or mental health, and some of the emotional health that we have to work through, it's normal process. It's we all have to go through it. We all have to go through it our own way. And I just think it's an important topic to talk about and discuss. And I just really want to thank Tricia for being here. And thank you, Tricia, for being here and sharing your book and writing the story. I think it's absolutely important that we understand that this does happen. These are real people going through real things. And
Russ, I'm so sorry. I don't know if you're talking and I'm talking over you or what at this point. So I feel very badly for the both of us because I'd love to be able to get my message out there, and I'd love for you to and have a very wonderful conversation with me. But it doesn't seem that we're going to be able to do that because of this lag time. I don't know what I can do to make it any better. I'm so sorry.
We will fix it. We will get it fixed, and we'll come back on again another time. So I'm writing you a message, Tricia, if you can hear me, Tricia. So I'm going to wrap up the show. I want to make sure that life is too short not to be happy. Life after the divorce. Absolutely. Absolutely. And thank you so much for being here. Even with the challenges.
Yes, the only thing.
We'll come back, Trish. We'll come back. So I'm going to wrap up the show today because kindness is cool and smiles are free. And I want you to enjoy your day. Thanks, everyone, for standing by, staying on, and participating in the conversation. Have a fantastic Friday and a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining the Pirate Broadcast. If you found this content valuable, please like, comment, and share it across your social media channels. I would love the opportunity to help others grow in their business. The Pirate Syndicate is a platform where you show up, we produce the show. It's that easy. If you want to be seen, be heard, and be talked about, join the Pirate Syndicate today.